So here it is, the CFP-90. This just happened to me. My yoke broke right there, look at that. Just peels ripping right off. Ah, that's a bummer. The whole yoke broke. So welcome back, guys, and I'm glad to have you back. And in this video we're going to be going briefly over the CFP-90, and basically we're going to be going over some things that I haven't seen any other YouTubers talk about with the CFP-90, and just a couple things. So this video won't be too long, hopefully. Keep it short and simple. But as you already saw, the yoke on my CFP-90 is broken. And we were originally going to do an overnighter today, but I will be honest with you, I don't really want to because it's 94 degrees out right now, and it's miserable out right now. So we're going to save it for another day, but we will be doing an overnighter eventually, just not today. But we are still going to go over the CFP-90. So that said, yeah, it's a bummer my yoke broke. My yoke broke because my pack's been sitting in my car all day at work in the heat. And the heat is what did it to the, or is what destroyed my yoke. And it's really just the plastic it's real sticky, but it just, I mean, it's no good. So that's, yeah, that's, what a great way to start out the CFP-90 video. Okay, let's just get on with the video, guys. First thing that we're going to talk about with this CFP-90 video, and this is something I've not seen in any other CFP-90 video on YouTube, is this side pocket here, this long side pocket. Now before I go any further, we're going to switch over to an image of a 1986 issued Popular Mechanics magazine, and it shows this, and it shows the EcoTat and a soldier. So let's check out that picture real quick and we'll talk about this. Okay, so as you guys saw in that picture, they had a soldier in there. It showed the CFP-90, had the canteen, and it also had an EcoTat shelter system. Now that was 1986. Now this stuff was being tested out in 1986. The CFP-90 I think was designed before that, but the military was testing it in 1986. So what I'm thinking is this whole side pocket here, check this out. I already got this buckle undone. I think this side pocket was made for the EcoTat. Because look at this. That right there, my friends, is a freedom shelter. It's the same thing as an EcoTat. That fits perfectly in the side pocket here. So I'm pretty sure the military had in mind to make that pocket specifically for this EcoTat. I'm pretty sure. And there you have it. All right, now that's the first thing that I have not seen in any CFP-90 video on YouTube. Here's the second thing. I think people have talked about it, but we're gonna go ahead and just show you. So when I open up the lid of my CFP-90 here, this is who designed it, or this is not who designed it, this is who manufactured it or had a contract with the military. And right here on mine, as you can see, It has F.C.I. Now other companies made it, Specialty Defense, or Specialty Plastics I think it was, and Specialty Defense made it. I think it's Specialty Plastics maybe it was, or Defense, I don't know, it was one of those two or both of them. A few other companies made them, and Vector Systems, which is the original maker of this pack, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But I have the F.C.I. one. The F.C.I. one in particular is one that was a contract for the military. They had a contract with the military, but with this particular company that I have, they lost their contract because they were cutting corners. And so this is actually, from what I've read and heard, this is actually one, and I read that about F.C.I. also, but this one here is one of the ones they say stay away from because they're junk. So I'm not totally sure where they cut corners at, if it was just the material they used or the sewing. But I mean, so far it's been a good pack, other than the whole yoke completely destroyed now. I don't know what I'm going to do. So there's the second thing I'm not seeing on the CFP-90 pack. But mine's the F.C.I. Maybe, now we know. Now here on the outside of the CFP-90, we have what is called the patrol pack. And originally, from what I read, and I'm going to show you guys some pictures here in a minute, but originally this pack itself, this patrol pack, actually set on top of here. It had a way that it connected to the top of the pack. But what I read is that soldiers were having problems with it falling and hitting them in the back of the head when it was mounted up on top, which that does, it totally makes sense. So what they have here is they just have it mounted, a buckle there, a buckle there, a buckle on top, and another one. And it just comes off like that. And basically this is actually my day pack. I've turned it into my day pack. Then you have the rest of this stuff right here. Now I might do a separate video and maybe talk about what these loops were used for, but for now we're just going to keep it simple. And so basically that's kind of what I wanted to show you with those two first things. But I don't know if there's any videos of them showing how the patrol pack goes on and off, but it comes off really simple. And then you're just exposed with the Alice webbing here. Okay, now with all that said, let's go ahead and let's talk about a little bit of the history of the CFP-90. So here with the CFP-90 and its patrol pack, let's talk about the history a little bit. And I will first start off with the patrol pack, because the patrol pack is the most interesting, I think. I don't know if I think it's pretty neat. But this patrol pack originally was designed to go on a LBVE, which is a load-bearing vest, or LBEV, which is a load-bearing equipment vest. And it actually attached. It's kind of like the LC1 or LC2 Y harness that you see. And I'll go ahead, I'll put a picture of that up here. I think I got a couple pictures, so I will, let's just go look at the picture now. Okay, so you saw the pictures, and I gotta be careful because some pictures have copyrights, and I don't want to show stuff I'm not supposed to and get in trouble, so gotta stay on good terms with YouTube. So that was pretty cool. This thing actually attached to a load-bearing vest, and that's how they originally had it. And then I think maybe the same time it was attached to the backpack, but they did have it attached to the vest. But yeah, so it's pretty much with the patrol pack. And the pads here aren't the most comfortable, but you know, it's just a patrol pack. It's not like a 3-day assault pack or anything like that. So it's just meant for short patrols, I guess. But basically it's turned into my little day hiking pack, which we're going to do video with this here soon. Okay, now on with the F.C.I. CFP-90, not the good one. Now originally this was made by Alpine, and I think it was like a subsystem of Alpine called Vector Systems. And I'll go ahead and just look at some pictures of that real fast before I go any further, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so you saw some of those pictures. Now, with this pack, from what I originally read, the military was taking a civilian designed backpack and they wanted a military backpack, but designed as like from a civilian's, you know, civilian style backpack, which is pretty much what the low Alpine is. And they were getting away from the external frame, which was the Alice pack. So if you look at like the Alice pack and the CFP-90 pack, and then you have the Gregory Spear pack, and then you have the Molly 2 packs, this was in between the Alice pack and like the Gregory Spear pack, or Molly 2 pack also, in the early thousands, late 90s. So it's the CFP-90 has kind of got like, it's not Molly webbing just yet, you know, but it's still got the Alice webbing. So it's just kind of getting there, just transitioning to something different. Now I will say, because when I showed you in the Popular Mechanics magazine, the 1986 issue, the military was showing some of the stuff they're experimenting with, and you saw the CFP-90, the I believe that's when the M9 bayonet came out and it was actually issued. You had the snowshoes, I think they've been out for a while though. But you had the EcoTat, the CFP-90, I think you had the cooking system in that picture, and I think some of the clothing as well. Actually, there was some clothing. But this, you know, the 80s, they came out with a lot of stuff in the 80s. They had some crazy ideas in the 80s, but the 80s were awesome, I think. I mean, I was born in 1983, so I don't remember a lot of it. But the 80s had a lot of cool things. And but yeah, so that was their thing. They were coming up with it. They were transitioning from the old Alice stuff to something new, and this is kind of basically where it all started. It was the CFP-90, the EcoTat, and all that stuff. And basically a lot of the stuff we have today, I believe, was, you know, this is where it originated, was from the 80s. So I was going down a rabbit trail there a little bit, but basically Vector Systems, I believe it was called. I showed you the guys already in the pictures, but they were like a little subsystem of Low Alpine, and they were first making these. I think they were the very first ones to make the CFP-90s. Now those are hard to find. You can still find them, but they're like a hit and miss on eBay. And if you do find them, I think I found one was like $400. I don't know if it was even the Vector Systems CFP-90. I think it was a parachute bag. But I mean, I'm not trying to spend that kind of money. And you know, that's old. That's from the 80s. So you know, stuff does age. As you can see, the CFP-90 fell apart at the yoke, which is yeah, I'm not too happy about that. So basically, there you go. There's a little brief history. Low Alpine, Vector Systems. They basically, you know, were contacted by the military probably. Hey, we want this kind of backpack. It's based off a civilian style backpack, which, you know, that's from what I read. And they came up the CFP-90. And I believe the CFP-90 was by 1988, I believe, is when they started actually officially using them. Also, along with the LBV, or they call it LBV-88 or LBEV-88. Yeah, low bearing equipment vest 88, which makes sense, 1988. But it's not the same one that had the patrol pack connected to it. It's similar to it. They obviously scratched that idea. They obviously scratched that idea off. So I'm sure you could probably still find one, but it'd be pretty hard to do. Another thing cool with this pack is you got two pockets up here, and I think these are great. You can fit MREs in here. It's almost like you could fit, I only got one MRE inside of here, but you could almost fit two in here, and you got so much room. As you can see, I got one in there already, but I can still put my hand in there. But yeah, MRE fits right in there. I mean, it's just like it was just made for it. And MREs, they came out around this time too, I believe, or maybe a few years before 1986, or they were transitioning from C rations. Actually, I think they were called MRIs, and then they become MREs. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool pack. It really is. It's just that. I gotta figure out how to fix that. Well, we can fix it. We're gonna fix it. So I hope I didn't talk your head off, but that's pretty much the CFP-90 pack that I was going to talk about. I wasn't doing like a full review or overview of it. I just want to show you a couple interesting things about it. I just want to give you a little brief history of it. And yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm not doing overnighter day. it's like I'm miserable right now, but I wanted to make this video for you guys. It's been a few weeks since I made a video. So I'm thinking our next video is going to be a little day hike, and I got some new gear I want to try out. That is in my patrol pack, which is my day hiking pack now. And yeah, I got some stuff we're going to try out in there. And I had a viewer ask about my Desert Storm stove, wanted me to see if I could cook in it. And yes, we will cook in that, I promise that. Just not today, but we will do one for sure. So yeah, guys, it's been fun, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hot right now, so yeah, guys, God bless you, and I will see you guys soon. I will see you in the next video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and please leave your feedback and comments below, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. All right, take care and see ya. Bye.